All right, guys, welcome back to another edition of the Timmy Show. Yesterday, I said I was going to post it under the my new commander deck over the under the other one, but decided to go ahead and do another video, less chaotic than the one last night, since I got everything together now. But just to give you an overrun, my commander is General Kudro Draneth, and he gives other humans 1+1. And when he comes into the battle, when him or another human come into the battlefield, exile a card from an opponent's graveyard, sacrifice 2 humans, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. I'm using it more for the graveyard ability, but the other one comes in handy when you want to destroy something. I have my slots picked up. One slot's, I don't have them down right now, and I'm going to show you why. The first package I included was both Ranger, Captain of Eos, and Ranger of Eos. It's kind of my tutor package for the deck. I also have Courageous Outrider, which is a human, and whenever it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal a human card from among them, and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So this one is just off the top, which is okay. Ranger Eos, Ranger Captain of Eos only gets 1/1/1, and Ranger Eos gets 2 1 drops. So I have 3 1-drops in the deck just in case you get to both Rangers first. But the main key for the deck, for Ranger Eos's part, is to go get the Lunar, and he is very good. So we'll put those back in the 1-drop slot. Ranger Eos is 3 and 4. And our next package is our Athreos, God of Passage, and the Shield Veil. These two chain really well with certain cards. You're able to put counters from Shield Veil on your own creatures and save them once you destroy the field or sacrifice. So some of our parts to go with that is Skull Clamp to go on the creatures you sacrifice, and things to get you to sacrifice them. Bantu, I had originally the Steadfast Queen in there. I removed her for Bantu for the sack ability of a creature to trigger those. Another one that was already in there was Priest of Forgotten God to trigger that. Tesa is in there to trigger that. And then off of those triggers, you can use the High Priest to create a demon if you get lucky enough to. The package also we have, and I don't know if it's enough, we're going to find out, but I only have 3 mana accelerants in the deck. Soul Ring, which is the best one of them all, Talisman of the Hierarchy, and Orzhov Signet. So I only have 3 of those, and will that be good enough? I'm running 37 lands, and this deck is not overly greedy in cards. The one thing that might be concerning later down the road is, and I can change them out at will, but I only have 3 board wipes in this deck. One of them's a creature, which is Magnus of the Disc, and which is a human, so that's good for the deck. But we got End Hostilities and Wrath of God, and that may not be enough. I mean, I have enough different creatures in here that do target creatures and kill them and stuff like that. But another one that was in the deck originally was Dearly Departed. I went ahead and switched that out with Angelic Overseer. With a human, it gets hexproof and indestructible, so it has evasion and some protection with humans on board. The problem I found out with Dearly Departed is it's 6 mana to cast it, and then if you're able to sack it and put it in your graveyard, yes, you do get a great benefit with humans coming in, and it gives 1/1 counters. But the problem is getting this into the graveyard quickly, and I don't have a way to do that. So I'm switching it out for a little bit better protection early on in the game. Another card that I was going to add, I didn't find a slot eagerly right off for it, but Containment Priest to stop maybe some of these tokens or something like that. But it didn't make the cut for now. Our highest drop is a 7-drop Angel of Glory's Rise. It goes and gets our humans back, which is good. And then our other main, other than Athreos, but you have Captain of the Watch, the Archon, and Silverwing Squadron. A human that brings in knights, really good. Archon brings in 2 humans when it comes in, and of course, Captain of the Watch, although it brings in soldiers, it is a human itself. So those are good for that. And we do have quite a ton of 5-drops. End Hostilities is the best one, but we do have Coat of Arms and Vanquisher's Banner to get stuff going. Also, Victory's Envoy. So this is actually a better replacement, I guess, in the terms of my deck for Dearly Departed, which Victory's Envoy, it puts a counter on all your creatures at the beginning of your upkeep, which is really good. And then a Human Soldier, Reverent Hoplite, brings in 1/1 white human soldiers equal to your devotion to white. So we're giving that, it's a newer card, so we're going to give it a try in this. We've already discussed 4 of these. Raiders of Gavany is really good for your humans. I'm really excited to try to play with this card. Once it was revealed, that's when I knew, when I seen General, that I was going to try to build white-black humans. And so I wanted to get that in here. Hero Bladehold is my absolute favorite card of Magic the Gathering. I remember playing a league when I got this in a league in this set, and it just absolutely was really terrific, and I just fell in love with this card. So it's always going to be an auto add in humans, and then the knight makes knights just like Silverwing Squadron. This is another newer card I'm really eager to play with. As this enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever a creature type of the chosen dies, draw a card. So you can name humans and have a sack outlet for humans and draw cards. So that's really good. Anointed Procession is always a good with different tokens you make. And Elspeth's Son's Nemesis makes human soldiers, so that is really good too. And we go to our 3-drops. Already gave you 3 of these. Verge Rangers is another one that I was really eager to play with. So we're going to go with that. Brandless Marshal gives all your other creatures 1/1. Etchings of the Chosen does the same thing. Sanctuary Lockdown also does the same thing. So those are pump spells for all humans. And then Royal Assassin, always good for try to onboard removal for different things. And a Korean Veteran, very, very good one. It could make another human indestructible as you're swinging, so that's really good. The Remembrance creates a human soldier, and it's really good. And Mungaro is always really good for onboard removal. Call the Copper Coats, and I wanted to play with this one as well. Brand new card, so we'll play that. Thraben, Doomsayer, Marin Crusader, and Necromancer's always needed in these type things. So with your sack ability online, and it enables you to make zombies, which is really good. Intrepid Hero, another onboard removal. And I guess that's why my Global Destruction of 3, that's kind of why I went there, because we have like 3 or 4 cards onboard removal. It may be bad, but we're going to give it a try. Omen of the Sun and Flawless Maneuver. Eager to play with this one too. You don't have to cast it if you control your commander, and it gives all your creatures indestructibility. And that's really good. So your 2-drops, we already talked about these two, and this, and this. We got Gathered at Townsfolk, which was always one of my favorite cards during that set for tokens. Thalia's Lieutenant, Hand War, Militia Captain, and Cutthroat, Daneth Magistrate, which blocks their commanders from coming in. So I like that card a lot. Dire Tactics is a removal spell for humans. General's Enforcer, even though a lot of our legendary creatures already have indestructibility in this set deck, but it protects our General Kudro. And Imposing Sovereign, creatures they have come in tapped. And then as our 1-drops, we've already talked about all 5 of those. So those are our 1-drops. Our lands, we wanted to get some things in there. Castle makes 1/1 white humans, so that's really good. Another oldie but goodie, Westvale Abbey also makes human clerics, and in a deck that makes can make a lot of tokens. The sack ability to turn this into the other side is really good. And then Scrubland, Heights, Command Tower, Temple of the False God. And this card is okay. Temple of the False God is probably not a really good card in this deck. But, I mean, early on, if this is in your opening hand with one other land, it's really terrible, because really that's only a 1-land hand, because you can't activate this until you have at least 5 other lands, or control 5 lands, or 4 lands with this, give you 5. But so those things are Fetid Heath, Unclaimed Territory, Silent Clearing, one of the newer cards for Modern Horizons. So like that one a lot. Concealed Courtyard, Tainted Field, which is an oldie, but always a goodie. In a deck like this, Isolated Chapel, Path of Ancestral, Vault of the Archangel, which is always really good. Temple of Silence, and one card that we're missing that we need to get is Marsh Flats. To put Marsh Flats in here, another card that I really want to get is, I'm using creatures for sack outlets because I don't have like Altar, but 2 other cards that are really good with this is Grave Pact and Dictate of Erebos. And Grave Pact, I actually found, I'm playing this deck online. Grave Pact is really, really good with this and synergistic, where you're sacking your creatures and forcing those guys to sack their creatures when you do, or if they kill one of your creatures, then all your if you're in a 4-man game, it affects everybody, so everybody's got to sack a creature. So that's humans in my entire deck, and I hope you enjoyed letting me talk to you about it. And we're about to have game night with Joshua and play some Commander, and this is the deck that I'm going to play with. And all right, guys, hope y'all have a good evening and a good weekend. And later I'm going to do a opening of a collector booster of Ikoria along with a regular booster, and just give you the outrageous craziness of one being bland and one being super awesome. But alrighty, guys, y'all take care and enjoy.